Your date of birth can decode the best careers and profession for you based on the principles of astrology and numerology. That's what I talk about today. Hello everybody, I'm Tina Chaudhary. Welcome to my channel and a very warm namaste.
Aham Brahmasmi.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm a Vedic astrologer and I regularly put out videos regarding Vedic astrology, the planetary transits, and I make predictions according to that. But I also practice numerology. But I've realized that you can't just practice numerology without actually combining the knowledge of astrology with it. So today I'm going to combine my knowledge of astrology and numerology and kind of give you a guide of what the best professions or the careers would be based on your date of birth. I'll tell you which numbers to use, and this is just a basic guide. Please understand that this is just a guide, and also the fact that your unique birth chart that you're born with is always going to be the perfect indicator of how much success that you would get in each profession and what exact profession you should follow and the timing of when you're going to get your success. So this is just a general guide. Take it with a pinch of salt, but I have realized after looking at several charts and reading a lot of charts on a daily basis that these number predictions are fairly accurate. So let's move on and see how we're going to look at these, or what are the fundamentals of looking at numerology and astrology as far as your profession is concerned. So what are the basic fundamentals that we're going to have to consider when we look at a date of birth and try to match it to what your career or profession is going to be? Well, the main fundamental in numerology is always, regardless of what you're going to read, is always that you have to reduce all your numbers to a single digit. So the numbers that we always look at in numerology are always going to be single digits. So they're always going to be 1 through 9. Astrology also, or Vedic astrology, also believes in 9 entities, of which there are 7 planets and 2 luminaries. The 2 luminaries being the sun and the moon. So the rest of the 7 planets are Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn. And then there's 2 which I'm calling planets, but they're really not real planets. They're just shadows of the moon. They're the nodes. So the north node and the south node, and they're called Rahu and Ketu. So the general belief is that each number 1 through 9 corresponds to the energy or the vibration of one of these 9 entities. As an example, the number 1 corresponds to the energy of the sun. So we're going to take these 1 through 9 numbers and match them to the energy or the vibration of each planet, and then tell you what the exact profession is related to the matching planet or the corresponding planet. So what are the numbers in your date of birth that you need to use to see and decode what kind of a profession or a career you're going to have? Well, there's 2 different numbers that I recommend that you use. The first one is going to be simple, the date that you were born. So that's your date number. Okay, so remember to reduce it to a single digit. As an example, if you were born on the 5th, your date number is going to be a 5. But if you were born, let's say, on a double digit number, which would be, let's say, 17, so you would have to add up those 2 digits, which is the 1 and the 7, and which would be 1 plus 7 is equal to 8. So your date number would become an 8. So you would use your date number. Now the other second number that you would use is going to be a destiny number, and I'll show you how to calculate that. But I strongly recommend that you listen to both readings for your date number as well as your destiny number and use them in conjunction with each other. It kind of gives you the best reading because you kind of get the energy and the vibration of both those numbers. When you put the vibration or the energy of both numbers, then you kind of get a little bit more customized reading for yourself. So you kind of see which number resonates a little better with you, but you also kind of get the energy and the combination of the vibration of those 2 numbers, and you might come up with a little bit more customized reading for yourself. Sometimes people get two different numbers that are very opposite to each other, and which if you look into your life, you may find that you are being pulled in different directions, and you may not know what to do, or you may have two different professions. So I strongly suggest that you listen to both numbers that I'm going to make the the readings on. So definitely read or listen to both numbers. I do have one point that I want to make before you even start watching the videos, and that is, just because a certain profession is not mentioned in that particular number doesn't mean you can't actually follow the profession or be successful in it. Yes, you can. Just remember that the significations of that number and that planet will influence you in that profession. Let's take an example. Let's say you're a teacher, but you don't have the number 3 in your date of birth calculation, but you do have the number 9. It just means that because 9 is a disciplinarian planet, it means you could be a very good teacher, but you may be a strict teacher. As opposed to, if you have a number 2, you still could be a very good teacher, but you may still be a very emotional and a soft-hearted teacher. So what it means is that these numbers are just indicators of what kind of professions are best suited to certain numbers. It does not ensure that you will be very successful at it. It just means that you will have these qualities of these planets in you. And if you can ensure that you utilize these qualities in your profession, you can certainly be very successful in anything that you choose to do. If your birth date totals 1, or your destiny number totals 1, then you're ruled by the king of all the planets, which is a luminary, which comes out bright and early every morning, which is called the sun. The number 1 represents the sun. The number 1 people represent leadership, authority, strength, and respect. At the same time, they are also selfless and do not discriminate. These people are very influential and love to meet people. They are very conscious of their public image, and they strive to rise to the top. It is extremely important to them to reach positions of authority. The number 1 people don't like restraint of any sort and would rather be leaders than followers. Because of these leadership qualities, the number 1 rules professions like politicians, government workers, policymakers. They also make great leaders of large organizations. They make very good team leaders and project managers. And they're also very good at starting new things. Hence, they make wonderful entrepreneurs and anything to do with startups. Because the sun has such great healing energy, the number 1 people also make very good healers. Healers of all kinds, including yoga teachers and coaches. But they also make very good medical doctors, especially in the area of vision, which is eyes, neurology, bones, and immunity. And because they love being in the limelight and meeting new people, they do very well in all areas of sales and media, as well as advertising and promotions. And just like the sun comes out and starts a bright new day every day, the sun people also have new ideas, they start new things, and they start new projects. But they also are very capable of coming up with new inventions. So they make good inventors of new things, new ideas as well. Some of the other professions or positions related to number 1 can be working as an envoy or ambassador, general counsel, or any other position in the embassy or consulate of any country. Also, government advisors or any administrators that work within the government offices are also number 1. If your birth date totals to a 2 or your destiny number is a 2, then you are ruled by the moon. The number 2 is ruled by the moon. There is a calming effect that these people have. The number 2 rules emotions, sensitivities, and it also rules our mother. Professions that require patience, care, and sacrifice are ruled by the moon. The number 2 people work best in fields where cooperation with others is very important, where it's important to take care of feelings of others as opposed to being solely in a position of leadership. Also, where imagination and sensitivity is important. The number 2 people make very good psychologists, doctors, nurses, counselors, therapists, doctors, especially those relating to psychiatry. The moon also represents water. Hence, people that work with medicine or anything to do with water and pharmacy is also ruled by the moon. Engineering fields denoted by the number 2 are fields related to chemicals and the environment because it represents water. Hence, engineers that are ruled by number 2 go into chemical engineering and environmental engineering. Due to the ability of the moon to constantly change, they make very good actors as well. And because they have such vivid imaginations, they make very good artists, painters, musicians, and also singers and dancers. Because of the number 2 people's ability to understand human nature and understand other people's feelings, they make very good human resource counselors and also do very well in the area of employee relations and labor relationships. And lastly, any jobs or industries relating to working with water are also very suitable for the number 2 people, such as working in the cruise industry or working with the merchant marine is also something that the number 2 people would do very well in. If your birthday totals to a 3 or your destiny number is a 3, then you are ruled by the planet Jupiter. The number 3 is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter relates to self-expression, wisdom, creativity, and learning. Jupiter is considered the teacher of the gods. Hence, it radiates positivity, growth, and knowledge. The number 3 people are ambitious people. They think big and they're very conscious of their responsibilities in life, yet they're very helpful to others. They always like to find practical solutions for making life easier and more enjoyable for others. The number 3 people are always looking at the bigger picture, and they sometimes tend to ignore the little or the small pieces of anything. The number 1 profession that's signified by the number 3 is the field of education. These include school teachers, college professors, all kinds of coaches and guides. Jupiter also represents religion. Hence, these number 3 people make great spiritual advisors and religious gurus. Because they are very good counselors and because they have a very strong connection to the Dharma, they also make very good professional and marriage counselors. Because Jupiter also represents the creativity in all of us, the field of creativity is very well suited to the number 3 people, and that would include all fields of advertising, content creation, any kind of media work, public relationships, also artists of all kinds, including architects, writers, landscape artists, interior decorators. In the engineering field, it denotes civil engineers mostly. Because the number 3 people are very fair-minded, they do very well in the field of law, being a judge or any kind of an attorney or a lawyer. And if you're a number 3 and you're going to be in the field of being a medical doctor, then the fields represented by Jupiter or number 3 are respiratory, endocrinology, and public health. The number 3 people are very well organized and they like to work with large groups of people. Hence, they make very good event organizers and anything to do with public relations and media and advertising as well. And the reason they do really well in these fields is because the number 3 people love to socialize, they love to meet people, and they love to organize large groups of people and interact with large groups of people. Hence, the number 3 people survive in large projects, large companies, where interaction with a large group of people is necessary. Hence, they also make very good administrators in large companies, manager of large projects, and general admin positions where managing or dealing with a large number of employees is necessary. If your birthday totals 4 or your destiny number is a 4, then you are ruled by the virtual planet Rahu or North Node. And that's not even a planet, it's just the shadow of the moon. Number 4 is ruled by Rahu or North Node. Now, Rahu is not an actual planet or an entity. It is a shadow or a virtual planet. It is the shadow of the moon. Hence, the number 4 represents the world of make-believe. This is the new world or age we live in today. It's the world of make-believe. We live in a virtual world almost all day, every day, because we're living in and dealing with computers or in the world of a simulated experience. This is the age of Rahu that we live in. Number 4 or Rahu denotes lots of action force and it also signifies out of the box thinking and actions. It signifies the world of make-believe. It signifies newness and things that may be foreign or not so familiar. Number 4 is definitely the number for the IT world and software development, especially artificial intelligence, coding, and for those people that develop computer games or any computer program that simulates the virtual experience. The other profession that's denoted by the virtual experience is the world of TV and movies. So, professions related to being in the movies or being on TV are all related to the number 4 or Rahu. Movie stars, TV stars, celebrities, famous people, and people on social media platforms that get very famous are all ruled by the number 4 or Rahu. The one main electronic device that creates the virtual world is a camera. Hence, people that deal with cameras, photography, and anything related to that are all ruled by 4 and are ruled by Rahu as well. So photography, photographers, and any camera related work on in any field is also ruled by number 4. Also, there's one more device that utilizes a camera, except it's just a little bit of a different camera, and that's the X-ray equipment, which kind of simulates that of work of a camera. So if you're a medical doctor, then being a radiologist is going to be where you could be very successful if you're ruled by 4. Also, X-ray technicians are also ruled by number 4 and by Rahu. Medical doctors that deal with the disease of cancer are also signified by the number 4 or Rahu, because the treatment of cancer deals with radiation, which is signified by Rahu. And if you're going in the field of engineering, of course, I did mention computer engineering would be the field for you. Now, Rahu is considered a bit of a fraud and a demon planet in astrology. So if you're in the field of law, then you would do very well if you would handle criminal law and anything to do with foreign countries, foreign companies, which means import, export of goods, is also ruled by the number 4. Number 4 also rules people that deal with addicting and intoxicating substances, because those are denoted by Rahu as well. If your birthday totals 5 or your destiny number is a 5, then you are ruled by the fast moving planet Mercury. The number 5 is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is very interested in the small details of everything. It worries about accuracy, it makes sure everything is symmetrical, and above all, it loves counting money. Yes, this is the number of business and accounting. Mercury also rules our intelligence, wisdom, experience, and the application of mind to studies. So it rules professions where accuracy is very important, where detail to attention is very important. Therefore, Mercury rules accounting, finance, economics, and auditing. It also rules the banking industry, investments, and financial management services. Mercury is a very risk-taking planet. Hence, it rules business where people take risks to start new business or have new business ideas. Because it's an intelligent planet, people that have very good Mercury placements or are ruled by 5 come up with very good business ideas and are able to start new businesses and take the risk associated with it. If you are a medical doctor and you're ruled by number 5, then Mercury rules the diseases related to the skin and nerves, which is neurology. If you're going into law and you're ruled by the number 5, then the type of law that you would probably be interested in is business and taxation law. Mercury is a very, very fast moving planet, so it signifies movement of all kinds. Hence, professions that relate to movement, which could be transportation, travel, tours, trucking, anything to do with planes, and also the merchant marine signify are by the number 5 or Mercury. Also, an industry that relates to movement of goods and moving goods from here to there, or transportation of goods from here to there, which is called the supply chain industry, and warehousing is signified by the number 5 or Mercury. Mercury in Vedic astrology also signifies communication of all kinds. Hence, professions that relate to communication, whether they're written or oral, relate to the number 5. These can be journalism, writing books, publishing of books, printing of reading material, also social media, and TV anchors, reporters, and any jobs that relate to public speaking are represented by Mercury or number 5. The other number 5 professions can be pilots, flight crews on commercial airlines, as well as any professions that relate to navigation. And lastly, but certainly not the least, is people that work as an astrologer or a numerologist are also ruled by the number 5, because these two fields means that you have to have a very good grasp and understanding of the mathematical and numeric concepts, both in numerology as well as astrology. If your birthday totals 6 or your destiny number is 6, then you're ruled by the planet of love and relationships as well as money, which is Venus. Number 6 is ruled by Venus. Venus rules things like creativity, fine arts, the glamour world, things related to beauty and travel. Venus is also related to relationships and medicine. Venus people like to decorate their homes and appreciate beauty in all their surroundings. Professions ruled by the number 6 are generally the beauty industry as well as the entertainment industry. So acting and drama, makeup artists, singers, and dancers are all related to the number 6. Also, businesses related to cosmetics and perfumes, jewelry are also related to the number 6. Therefore, jewelry designers, dress and fashion designers, painters, and artists also are ruled by the number 6. Also, people that are in the business of selling clothes, selling jewelry, selling makeup are also industries that are ruled by the number 6. Some of the most famous movie stars, TV stars, reality TV stars, and celebrities are all ruled by the number 6. Since Venus also relates to relationships, the number 6 people can make very good marriage counselors as well as any other relationship counselors as well. And if you are a lawyer and you are ruled by the number 6, then the field of family and divorce law may make you very successful. If you are a medical doctor and you are ruled by the number 6, then Venus rules the area of cosmetic beauty, cosmetic surgery, the skin, and also gynecology. The number 6 or Venus also relates to the hospitality industry, which includes careers within the hotel industry, hotel management, and any other career or profession relating to taking care of the needs of other people as far as fun is concerned. So it would definitely be hotel management and hospitality. If your birthday totals 7 or your destiny number is 7, then you're ruled by that virtual planet that doesn't even exist, called South Node. It's the south shadow of the moon, and it's also called Ketu. The number 7 is ruled by Ketu or South Node. The basic nature of Ketu is spirituality, secrecy, and also has some psychic abilities. At a benefic level, Ketu carries healing energy, but it also separative in nature. Ketu has great power of concentration, analysis, and perception. Due to the number 7's ability to understand others, yet remain detached and have a philosophical outlet in life, they excel as arbitrators, peacemakers, mediators, negotiators, and spiritual masters. Due to their innate ability to uncover whatever is hidden, they excel in the field of research and technology, secret service, defense services, informers, intelligence officers. Ketu denotes medical instruments. So if you're in the medical field, then you are attracted to the area of surgery and also anesthesiology. The number 7 or Ketu also denotes all kinds of spiritual professions such as spiritual advisors, religious leaders, astrologers, tarot card readers, yoga teachers, and spiritual masters. Ketu also denotes things that are foreign or things that are out of your comfort zone. Hence, this is also the number that denotes foreign languages, foreign studies, interpreters, and translators of foreign languages. If you're a number 7 and you go into law, then you probably get good success if you were to practice patent law or divorce law. The number 7 also rules professions such as archaeology, historians, and explorers. These would be professions that uncover things that occurred in the past and that now have to be uncovered. So Ketu is all about uncovering things, discovering new things, or actually rediscovering new things that occurred in the past that now need to come out in the open. If your birthday totals 8 or your destiny number is 8, then you're ruled by the slowest moving planet called Saturn. Number 8 is ruled by Saturn. Number 8 aspires for great success and full honor. Their qualities are dependability, responsibility, and hard work. Slow and steady wins the race. Yes, that's what number 8 means. The sign of the self-made ruler. Saturn is the slowest moving planet. So number 8 people sometimes see success a little later in life and after a lot of hard work. But they are generally hardworking, honest, and they never give up their missions and goals in life. Hence, after a lot of hard work, dedication, and honest work, they do see success. Number 8 people aim high and can successfully overcome all obstacles to reach the top levels. They become very successful leaders of top organizations. They make excellent mid-managers and also very good team leaders. That's why they make very good executives in all fields. If they're engineers, then civil and chemical engineers are number 8 people. Since Saturn is the keeper of all our karma, number 8 people are very successful in all fields of law, including making excellent lawyers and wonderful fair judges. Saturn rules all the industry related to petroleum, iron, and steel, as well as gas and mining, as well as chemicals. Hence, working in any of these industries is also ruled by the number 8. Any position in these industries, including engineering in these fields, also is ruled by number 8. Construction and mining also falls under the number 8 profession. Hence, anybody working with gemstones is also considered a number 8 profession. And if you are a medical doctor, then the areas that the number 8 covers is dealing with pain management or anything to do with age-related diseases, as well as pain in the lower limbs or any diseases related to bones, joints, and the lower limbs. The number 8 or Saturn also rules the labor class. Hence, construction workers, agricultural workers, and general office labor also falls under the number 8 profession. Since Saturn does rule the labor class and represents the general public, so working for any humanitarian causes or working in the area of social causes or doing any social service kind of work, working for NGOs, also is ruled by number 8. A special note for the number 8 people is that they shouldn't get discouraged if they don't see success early on in their lives. They should continue to make dedicated effort, work hard, but with great honesty, because success does come later, like I said, in life, and but it does come eventually, because Saturn is considered the kingmaker. So when Saturn does give its reward, it gives very, very good rewards, except sometimes it makes you wait for a little while. So you have to be patient with it. If your birth date totals 9 or your destiny number is 9, then you're ruled by the hot, fiery, angry, passionate planet, which is Mars. The number 9 is ruled by Mars. Mars is known as the warrior planet because it has a strong sense of purpose, duty, order, and discipline. Mars, or number 9, also has lots of energy and is action-oriented. It is because of these qualities that make it perfect for a career in any of the armed forces, law enforcement, and even firefighters. Any profession that wears uniforms and deals with action is a perfect career for the number 9 ruled people. Because Mars has so much energy and it has a fighting spirit that is excellent for all competitive sports, and so number 9 rules all professional athletes. Mars is considered a hot red planet, so it is associated with food and food preparation. Hence, all food industries, including being a chef, is also a number 9 career. The hotel industry, owning a restaurant business, are all number 9 careers. Engineering in the area of electrical, mechanical, and computer engineering are all included in the number 9. Also, working with electronics, repairs, and electricals is also considered a number 9 profession. The telecom industry on a whole is a number 9 or a Mars-related profession. So doing any kind of work in telecom would be considered a Mars-related profession or ruled by number 9. Mars represents cuts, wounds, and blood. Hence, if you are in the field of medicine, then areas of surgery, emergency room physicians, and blood and heart specialists are all number 9 areas. For lawyers and attorneys that are ruled by number 9, Then criminal attorney or injury related attorneys are denoted by Mars or number 9. And one of the major representations of Mars or number 9 is real estate or land. So anybody that works, any profession that works related to real estate, buying or selling, developing land, are all ruled by number 9s. So they could be real estate agents, rental property management, construction also to some extent, are all ruled by number 9. This brings me to the end of my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you on my next video. Goodbye for now, and the best of luck